Wilson. So another new face on this roster. Here is Cedar Rafaela. Rafaela batting .287. Bryce Miller has been outstanding. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's high and inside since coming off the injured list, well, just weeks ago, basically. And he had that strained oblique at spring training. It's great to have Cal Raleigh back in the lineup after missing 29 games as well. Now the windup and the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss by Rafaela. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Mariners wearing their steelhead uniforms. A throwback to the Negro League team that played here in Seattle back in 1946. Cream colored uniform with the black block lettering across the jersey in Seattle. Here's the next offer. Swing and a miss by Rafaela. The count 1-2. The black piping down the pant leg. Great looking uniform. As we remember the great history of the Negro Leagues here in Seattle. The outfield straight away. Robles in left. Julio in center. Canzone. He's been unbelievable out there in right field, and especially swinging the bat. Opening game of the series for the Red Sox. Bryce ready, looking for his first strikeout. Miller looks in, has a sign from Cal. Now the windup and the 1-2 on the way. Here she comes, swinging a fly ball, right center field, going back. Julio to the 1-2 track. He's there, and he makes the catch for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 down. You can hear the crowd in the background. It is packed here at T-Mobile Park. What a great night to play some baseball. Plenty of sunshine. The roof is wide open on a beautiful night. Friday night here in Seattle, and after the ball game we'll have the big fireworks show. Here's Wilyer Abreu, Red Sox right fielder, batting .274. Talked about the Red Sox problems this year. They've lost their last 4, 8 of their last 10. But they come into the ball game with a record of 29-43. Here's the pitch to Abreu, and it's outside for ball 1. That Red Sox record of 29-43 matches their worst start through 72 games since divisional play started in 1969. Here's the windup by Miller, and the 1-0 pitch to Abreu. Swung on, popped up, straightaway center field. Julio camps underneath. He's there, and Kurt Plunk makes the catch. And 1-2-3 go the Red Sox. Here in the top of the first inning, Bryce Miller off to a nice quick start. We go to the bottom of the first. Our Mechanics Bank score. It's the Red Sox 0.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game, these games, all the games, pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time, because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
What is something that you snack on that you don't worry about?
I love Uncrustables. I could eat like 10 of them in one sitting.
And no regard for his body.
I don't even wait till I thaw out.
Hey, put them in a toaster next time. And toast it, yep. It'll change your life.
Yeah, just an incredible play by Riley Green.
You're an all-star on the field and off, bro.
I appreciate it.
Hey,
thank you.
Riley Green, bro, food genius.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Order Fred Meyer, fresh for everyone.
Does joint pain have you on the injured list? Step up to the plate with Evergreen Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Care. Our expert team offers advanced surgery, effective non-surgical treatments, and personalized rehab to get you back in the game. Visit evergreenhealth.com.
Our Mechanics Bank score, it's the Red Sox 0, and the Mariners coming up here in the bottom of the first inning to face veteran left-hander Ranger Suarez. First here in Boston. His first pitch to Rob Refsnyder, the former Red Sox, and it's down low for ball 1. But Suarez 2-3 with Boston with a 3.21 ERA, making his 14th start of the year. Refsnyder with the Red Sox last year, he hit .269 with 9 home runs and 30 RBIs. Here's the next pitch on the way. A strike on Ref Snyder. The count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. I just saw Ref Snyder tap the top of his helmet, but he was just pushing his helmet back on his head. Here's the windup in the 1-1 from Suarez, and it's a changeup that's way outside, and that thing floats in at 78 miles an hour. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Ref Snyder, Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez. Here in the bottom of the first. The windup and the pitch. Swinging a ground ball, 2-hopper right to the shortstop. Myers got it. The throw to first, and it's in time to give Ref Snyder, and there's 1 away. So Marcelo Meyer, last minute replacement for Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Meyer out there at short. Here's Cal Raleigh. Cal batting 164 on the year, but man, he really struggled in the early part of the season, but he was hurt. He had that strained oblique. He tried to play through it, eventually had to go on the IL. He missed 29 games from May 14th until June the 16th. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's outside of Cal for ball 1. So it's nice to see him healthy. Cal with 7 home runs on the year before going on the injured list. 20 runs batted in. Here's the pitch, swung on, hard hit ground ball, foul past third base coach Carlos Cardoza. Count is even on Cal at 1 ball and 1 strike. And Gary, just a matter of time before Cal hits his first home run since coming off the injured list.
Yeah, it's just great to have him back in the lineup. Just his presence alone.
Next offer, big swing and a miss at a cutter, and the count is now 1-2 on Cal.
And it paid dividends right away. The big hit in the ball game against Baltimore, helping the Mariners get a win.
2-run single to break up a 1-1 tie. Mariners won that opening game in the homestand against the Birds 3-1. Baltimore came back to win game 2, and the Mariners behind the pitching of Brian Wu yesterday shut out the Orioles 3-0. Here's the pitch to Cal. Curveball low and inside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wu was something special. In the top of the first inning yesterday, threw 6 pitches, retired the side in order against Baltimore, even with the strikeout. Next offer, swing and a miss. There's that slow curve for strike 3. So Cal goes down swinging. 2 outs for the Mariners here in the bottom of the first inning. Say, friends, when considering a Volvo, people should come to Sandberg Volvo Cars in Linwood to experience the Sandberg difference. The only Excellence Award winner and family owned and operated Volvo dealership in the Northwest. You're going to come in as a friend, leave as a member of the family with a great car. See great reviews at SandbergVolvoCars.com. Here's the pitch to Julio. A strike called, 0-1. Good to see Julio back in the lineup after missing yesterday's game. Strained hamstring, a little bit of a tweak of his hamstring 2 days ago in that series against Baltimore. Suarez, the windup, and the left-hander's 0-1 pitch is inside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. And Gary, it's great to have you back. How'd you enjoy your last 3 days off?
That was amazing. There's nothing better than a Seattle summer.
Good to have you back. Here's the next offer, down low for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. I ran into Gary in the garage when I came to the ballpark today with his wife Mary. I said, "What'd you do?" He said, "Nothing."
That's right.
And that's how you're supposed to, enjoy 3 days off. The 2-1 pitch to Julio, swing and a miss, and the count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, we don't get a lot of time just to be at home in the summer, just enjoying the weather with the family, and so it was a great few days.
Good for you. Nice to have you back. Julio calls time, and he backs away from home plate. Carlos Cardoza coaching at third. E.Y. Jr. at first base. Eric Young. Suarez, the windup and the 2-2 pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called on the outside corner. Fastball at 91, but it looks quicker after that slow curve. And that's going to retire the side. A couple of strikeouts for Ranger Suarez. We go to the top half of the second. Our Mechanics Bank score. The Mariners 0 and the Red Sox 0.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
2 strikes on Hunter. This ball hit deep left field. Take a good look. You won't see it for long. It's a 1-run game. Second deck for Hunter Goodman. His first of the year. That thing went 435 feet.
And you get the future Hall of Famer in for Hunter Goodman. Last year's Silver Slugger, the National League as a catcher, just a rolling curveball. Dang it, Hunter Goodman's gonna destroy it.
You know, sitting beside Mike in the clubhouse, he's a huge card guy. Just watching him go through boxes and boxes of cards, I kind of got a little bit of the itch. You rip a pack and you just kind of get what you get and see what you see.
Yeah, so see what we got. Jose Ramirez.
Freddie Peralta.
Look at this one here, Joe. This is...
Oh yeah, keep that off to the side right there. Man, you got to rock, paper, scissors.
Go against him.
1 of 25, Andrew McCutcheon. This is absolutely beautiful. That is fantastic.
Mariners and the Red Sox, no score as we go to the top half of the second. That's your Mechanics Bank score. William Contreras will lead things off for Boston. Bryce Miller had a quick 1-2-3 top of the first inning. He fires away a fastball for a strike 0-1. By the way, the home plate umpire tonight calling balls and strikes. Stephen Jashinsky. Paul Clemens is at first. Adrian Johnson at second. Quinn Wolcott makes his home here in the Northwest. Is the umpire at third base. Bryce ready, the windup and the 0-1 on the way. Swinging a foul out of play on the first base side, 0-1. Want to thank the guys, all the guys at the 101 Club at the Washington Athletic Club last night. I had a chance, thanks to Chuck Armstrong, who brought me over there for dinner and had a chance to visit with all the guys in the 101 Club. We had a super time talking about Mariners baseball and my career, and they asked a lot of great questions. We had a great time. Here's the pitch on the way, and a swing and a miss by Contreras, strike 3. Bryce Miller with his first strikeout of the night, and there's one away for the Red Sox here in the top half of the second. I want to thank everybody at the 101 Club. They made a wonderful donation to our Toys for Kids charity, to Rick's Locker. We're going to buy a lot of sports equipment for kids, so I want to thank everybody at the 101 Club. What a great night. Here's left fielder Jarren Duran. Duran, a left-handed hitter, batting .210 on the year, 12 home runs and 37 runs batted in. The wind and the pitch. Swing and a miss at a good fastball up top. And the count is 0-1. When you take a look at this Red Sox ball club, and I've been around for a long time, it just doesn't resemble the great Red Sox teams that they had year after year offensively. Man, they were a powerhouse in that Fenway Park. Here's the pitch on the way, low and inside, a breaking ball, ball 1.
Even teams that weren't necessarily great could still hit and score runs, especially in that park you always feared going there.
I mean, from 1 to 9, it was real tough for any pitcher to pitch against those teams. Here's the 1-1 on the way, swing and a miss, and the count is 1-2 on Duran. Even going back, Gary, to the Ted Williams days, to the Carl Yastrzemski days, and then the Wade Boggs era, they always had great hitters in that lineup. And they're really struggling this year offensively. And they don't have Garrett Crochet. And that's a huge loss in that starting rotation. He went on the injured list around April 29th with shoulder inflammation. The 1-2. Swinging, it's popped up, out of play on the third base side. Wilson over to take a look at it. Weston Wilson just joining the ball club before the game tonight. Still 1-2 on Duran. Alex Bregman is gone. Devers left last year, traded away to the San Francisco Giants. Now Bregman is gone. He's with the Cubs. I think really the decline probably started for the Red Sox when they traded Mookie Betts. Here's the pitch, and it's high and outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mookie's one of the best players in the game of baseball, and those are the guys that you want to keep around for a long, long time.
He's had a great run with the Dodgers.
Miller looking for another strikeout, and the 2-2. Swinging a broken back ground ball, little squibbler foul on the ground on the third base side by the Red Sox dugout, and the big chunk of the barrel of the bat just breaks. Duran walks over to pick it up to the right side of home plate, and the count is still even on Duran at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
They have a couple bats on the IL as well. Roman Anthony, who they have huge expectations for, and really he met those expectations last year, breaking into the big leagues, but he's missed a lot of time this year. Trevor Story, of course, when he plays, is productive, but injuries have been the story for him down through the years.
No doubt about it. Sports hernia for Story. Sprained wrist for Anthony. The look in by Miller. Count is still even on Duran. A 2-2. The windup and the pitch. Check swing. Does he go? It's in the dirt. And yes, he does strike three. Cal Raleigh knocks down the ball, picks it up, puts the tag on Duran. And that is strikeout number 2 for Bryce Miller. Well, time now for tonight's Men of Steel report, brought to you by Steel Outdoor Power Equipment. How about Dom Canzone? Man, he has been something. Canzone last 21 games batting .375. Sits safely in 7 of his last 8 for an average of almost .350 and hitting for power. Here's Caleb Durbin, who came over from Milwaukee. Pitch on the way, swinging a high fly ball, left field and deep. Robles going back to the warning track, to the wall, leaps up, and this one is gone into the Red Sox bullpen. Caleb Durbin with his 5th home run of the season. Robles trying to time his leap, could not quite get there, and it's 1-0 Boston. Little guy with some pop. He had 11 home runs last year as a Milwaukee Brewer. So the Red Sox with the first run of the ball game on the home run by Durbin, and that'll bring up Marcelo Meyer. Meyer batting just .216, 3 home runs and 18 runs batted in. Thought for a second the ballpark might hold it, but Robles ran out of room. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's low and inside. It skips under the glove of Cal for ball 1 all the way to the backstop. 1-0 the count on Meyer. Tonight's Men of Steel report brought to you by Steel Outdoor Power Equipment. Visit steelusa.com, your local Steel dealer today. Talking about power, Dom Canzone almost hit the Hit It Here Cafe a couple of nights ago in the bottom of the 9th inning. Here's the pitch on the way. Strike on the inside corner on Meyer. And the count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. Down 5-1. The Mariners had back-to-back home runs on back-to-back pitches by Canzone and Cole Young. Here's the windup by Miller and the 1-1 pitch. Swinging a foul out of play on the third base side. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mariners got 3 runs yesterday in the bottom of the 1st inning. That's all they needed. And the Mariners shut out the Orioles 3-0 behind the pitching of Brian Wu, who went 7 scoreless innings. Matched the season high with 9 strikeouts. The windup and the 1-2 to Meyer. Swinging another pop-up out of play on the third base side. And the count is still 1 ball and 2 strikes. So this is the first of 3 piggyback starts at this point in the season. And they're going to be using all 6 pitchers each time through the rotation. The windup in the 1-2 again, swinging a foul out by the Mariners first base dugout, and the count is still 1 ball and 2 strikes. So we don't know the next 2 coming up in 5 days or 5 games from now. Just so happens to land that the first one is the 2 guys that did it the first 3 times, Miller and Castillo. Like I said, it worked. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball is low for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bryce looking for his first career win against the Red Sox. Right now 0-3 with an 8.22 ERA in 3 starts. Here's the windup and the 2-2 pitch. Swinging a foul off the end of the bat. So Meyer making Miller work. That is pitch number 7 of the at bat. 1-0 Red Sox on the Caleb Durbin home run with 2 outs here in the top half of inning number 2. Miller will throw that fastball, the 4-seamer, the splitter, cutter. He's got a full semblance of pitches and then some. Swinging another pop-up out of play on the third base side. That was pitch number 8 of the at-bat by Meyer. So Miller reaches again for a new baseball from the home plate umpire, Jashinsky. Bryce looking to get a pitch by Meyer. Here's the windup and again the 2-2, and it's going to be low and inside. Ball 3, full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Miller last year missed most of the season with an injury, but man, did he come back and pitch well in the postseason, especially against Toronto. The windup and the 3-2 pitch. Fastball, strike 3 called. He gets Meyer looking. So eventually Bryce Miller strikes out the side, but in between, Durbin with a home run to give the Red Sox a lead. We go to the bottom half of the second. Our Mechanics Bank score, it's the Red Sox 1 and the Mariners nothing.
The official air.
Taken out of the game as a pitcher, but the Ohtani rule allows him to stay in as the DH. Ohtani, did he? Ohtani! Ohtani has done it again! His third home run! An all-time game for an all-time player. 3 homers. He makes it 5-0.
114 off the bat, and this one only 427. It's the opposite way.
Yep, he's alive. He's back.
This ball set into left center. Jake Myers. What a catch. What a catch by Jake Myers. He had a long way to go.
7 innings, no earned runs, 3 hits, 9 strikeouts for Nolan McLean. What an outing. Gone! Pete Crow Armstrong with a home run down the line.
Pete Crow Armstrong has now homered in all 3 games this series.
Tyler O'Neill goes skyscraping at the right field fence to rob Raleigh of at least 2 bases, maybe 2 more.
I think he pulled it back.
Yeah, he did. Take strike 3. A new career high. 12 strikeouts for Kyle Bradish.
One of the great performances we've seen this season by an Orioles pitcher.
Well, we head to the bottom half of the second. The Red Sox lead 1-0. Josh Naylor will lead things off against Ranger Suarez, who had a 1-2-3 first. Here's the pitch on the way. It's over for a strike. 0-1. Naylor, Canzone, and Cole Young for the Mariners here in the inning. Josh 1 for 4 yesterday. Turned out to be a big one because in the bottom of the first inning against the Orioles, here's the pitch. Inside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. The Mariners had 2 outs right away, and then Josh Naylor got a base hit into the gap at right center field. The ball got on by the right fielder Taveras for an error, who tried to barehand it. Dom Canzone then walked. Here's the pitch to Josh. That's outside for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. So Canzone had a big at bat and walked. Then Cole Young hit a double down the left field line. That scored Naylor. And then Colt Emerson hit a single to right field to score in 2 more. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Naylor. Count is even on Josh at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That was all the offense the Mariners needed. And the pitch into Brian Wu. And the bullpen, Andres Munoz got his 12th save of the year. The windup and the pitch. And it's strike 3 called. So Josh Naylor called, looking at his strikeout number 3 for Ranger Suarez. Well, time now for the roof report from 3 Tree Roofing. And folks, as you know, all you got to do is look out your window and see a beautiful blue sky high above the Pacific Northwest. The roof is wide open. A glorious Friday night here in Seattle. Perfect night out for baseball. So the roof wide open. We have popped the top. Here's Dom Canzone, and the pitch to him is a strike. 0-1. The roof report brought to you by 3 Tree Roofing, the #1 roofer in Washington. Go to 3treeroofing.com for a free estimate today. Canzone batting .288. Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball up the first base line. Foul. Down 0-2. Batting average for Dom creeping up to the 300 mark. He hit 300 last year with 11 home runs. He's already matched that total. He is some kind of strong. 11 home runs this year and 31 runs batted in. He's been red hot. The 0-2. Curveball is low and outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He had a 7-game hitting streak snap yesterday afternoon, but over the last 21 games he's hitting .375. Here's the look in by Suarez, and now time is called. Canzone backing away from home plate. Suarez out of Venezuela, signed as a free agent with the Phillies in April of 2012. Spent the last 8 years pitching for the Phillies. Had a good record there in the National League, 53-37. The windup and the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball is low for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. On deck, Cole Young. Field in beautiful shape. Still plenty of sunshine on this Friday night. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses outside. Ball 3. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Say, folks, we got a fun promotion coming up in early July. Coming up on Thursday, July 2nd. It's going to be Rismas in July in a game against the Angels. Here's the pitch on the way, and a swing and a miss and a breaking ball for strike 3. So strikeout number 4 for Suarez. And we're going to celebrate the holiday season early. If you go to mariners.com/Rismas, that's RIZZSMAS, you can buy yourself a special ticket for the game that night. $10 from every ticket will go to our Toys for Kids charity, where we can buy brand new toys for homeless and underserved children during the holiday season. Here's the pitch on the way to Young, and the count is 0-1 on Cole. You'll also receive a Rismas in July t-shirt. You can buy a ticket in the 100 level, Terrace Club, or the 300 level. Next pitch on the way inside, a check swing. It didn't go. 1-1 the count on Young. So all you have to do is go to mariners.com/Rismas to get your special ticket for that game. Rismas in July on Thursday, July the 2nd. Love to see you here. The windup and the 1-1. Swinging a ground ball right to the second baseman. Up with the ball. Monasterio has it. Throws the first in time to get Young, and that's going to retire the side. We go to the top of the third here at T-Mobile Park on a beautiful Friday night in Seattle. Our score, the Red Sox 1 and the Mariners 0.
Vargas 1 for 3. 1-0. Vargas hits it deep to left center. This one's got some carry, and it's gone. Eldemaro Vargas gets one back. Well, you're the DH. You're supposed to be the hitter, and he's been hitting a single and a run scored in the second, and a 2-out homer. The 7th, his first of the year. That went 431 feet.
109 miles an hour off the bat. That's a momentum breaker right there.
He's the ultimate argument for the 26-man roster.
During the offseason of 1888 to 1889, Spalding took a group of big leaguers on the first worldwide barnstorming tour.
This is Spalding.
Yes,
Because you look at the Spalding, you're like, wait a second. No, this is the backstory. Okay, this is great.
Stops included New Zealand, Italy, France, and even Egypt, where they played in front of the pyramids. Spalding's contributions to baseball history don't end there.
Do you know the story of Doubleday and the invention of baseball?
Please
tell us.
Enlighten us.
When a 71-year-old Cooperstown native came forward, baseball officially had a birthplace in Cooperstown.
If I'm in the presence of this baseball, does it like give you powers to become a better baseball player?
I've been here 5 years and playing baseball through all of it. I don't think I've gotten better.
And whether it's the World Series or the wonders of the ancient world, there's no debating that baseball connects us all.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Oh, thanks for being with us tonight. The Red Sox leading the Mariners 1-0. Mechanics Bank score. Bryce Miller gave up a solo home run in the second. Also 3 strikeouts in the second. He'll face Carlos Narvaez, the catcher, to lead off the third inning. 1-0 Red Sox. Miller into the motion. Here comes his first pitch. Swung on, fouled away. It's actually the first run that Miller's given up at home this year. Now, it's only 2 outings before this, but still it was 10 2/3 scoreless on just 2 hits. Miller off to such a phenomenal start this season. Coming back from injury. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on, hard hit down the third base line, but that bounces foul. So no balls, 2 strikes. In fact, he's Who's Hot brought to you by Fireside Home Solutions. Check them out for the perfect garage door, outdoor living space, or fireplace. Bellevue, Auburn, Spokane, or Portland, or firesidehomesolutions.com. Bryce winds, delivers. He sends it too high. A fastball, 95 miles per hour. That's been one of the stories. We've seen 96, 97, 98 in starts. Really bumping up the velo. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. 4th strikeout for Bryce Miller, and the first out here in the third. You look at what he has done so far, 5 starts into the season. It's one of the lowest ERAs the Mariners have ever had in the first 5 starts of a season. 1.20 for Bryce Miller. It's funny if you look at the top 5. Here's Monasterio, the pitch. Down low. Now it's kind of wonky because 5 starts, he has 6 outings, so you take out the relief outing. So just 5 starts, a 1.20 ERA. But if you look at the top 5 list, he's also number 4. Last year's first 5 starts, he had a 1.15. The pitch swung out and missed. So Bryce Miller on there twice. Logan Gilbert, you think back to 2022, he had a 0.64 ERA his first 5 starts. And then Randy Johnson had an ERA under 1 in 95 in his first 5 starts. So good company. The 1-1. Swung out, fouled away. Just kind of gives you an idea of what he's done so far. He has been outstanding for the Mariners.
What makes it even more incredible, Gary, is that he spent all that time on the IL, then he gets off the IL and puts up these kind of numbers.
The 1-2. Swung on hard, a couple hops past the dive of Emerson into left field. It's a base hit. So Monasterio with a hard hit single. That's the second hit for the Red Sox. Flips it to the top of the order. Here's Mickey Gasper. Offense has been the issue for the Red Sox this season, no doubt, which is a weird thing to say. They're second to last in runs scored this year, second to last in home runs, which is a very strange thing to say about a Red Sox team. Here comes the first pitch from Miller. Swung on, fouled straight back to Gasper. Flew out to left his first time. What's especially odd about the Red Sox season that doesn't make a lot of sense. Here comes the 0-1. Off the plate. They are much better hitting team on the road than at home. They've really struggled at home this year. And Fenway Park is not usually a place where you struggle to hit and score runs, but the Red Sox have. Here's the 1-1. Misses on a curveball just below the knees. 1-0 Red Sox, top of the third. Runner at first base, 1 out. Miller leans in. Now comes set from the chest. Monasterio has 1 steal this year, a pretty decent lead. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. He's in there with the slider. I mentioned the fastball at 95. His velo is down so far in this start. Not by a ton. Let's see it even out as we go. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Set from the chest. Here's the pitch. Nope, throw to first base. Monasterio dives back to the bag. Naylor applies the gentle tag while he looks up at him. Miller over 40 pitches here in the 3rd inning. Bryce set. Delivers. Swung on, roped on 1 hop. Naylor gloves it, throws to second for 1. Relay to first. Miller covering. It's in time. Double play. That was not easy, but the Mariners turn it, and that's it for Boston in the 3rd. Nice job by the Mariners. We move to the bottom of the 3rd. Mariners chasing 1-0 Red Sox.
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison.
Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive.
Superman, hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game, the pitcher hits it out. A living, breathing statue, Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
He's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Been supporting customers across Washington and Alaska for decades. Whether you work in the trades or work on your own property, we're here before the sale and long after it. Right now, qualified buyers can also take advantage of 0% financing on Caterpillar compact equipment. Visit ncmachinery.com for details and exclusions. NC Machinery, official partner of your Seattle Mariners.
Well, it's a perfect night for baseball. Temperatures 80 degrees to start this one. Nearly a full house. Mariners and Red Sox. Suarez into the wind. The pitch to Robles. Swung on. Lifted center field. Rafaela barely has to move. A couple steps in, waiting for it to drop out of the blue sky. Makes the catch. Ranger Suarez has been excellent so far. 7 up, 7 down to start. That brings up Colt Emerson. We take a look at our save of the game, brought to you by BECU. It's always a good time to save. Learn more about the BECU Early Saver account. BECU.org/early saver. Really nice play to end the third. Nice double play. Here comes the first pitch to Emerson, and that's a strike. Started by Naylor at first base. Suarez into the wind. The pitch. That's off the plate. And looks like it's going to be challenged. We have a minor league call-up home plate umpire. And it's a strike. 1-0 Red Sox, so the count goes to 0-2. It flips from 1-1 to 0-2 on Emerson. The pitch swung on, softly hit to the right side. Monasterio, the second baseman, has it. Lob toss to first. And quickly there's 2 away. Suarez, the veteran, his first year with the Red Sox, signing a 5-year deal in the offseason. It's been his first 8 years with the Phillies, as Weston Wilson will stand in, getting his first Mariners start. Just signed a couple of days ago with the Mariners. Now he's up playing third base, batting ninth for the Mariners, right-hand hitter. Spent time with Baltimore this year. Here comes the first pitch to him. That's off the plate. This isn't to be confused with Will Wilson, who was with the Mariners earlier this season on the IL, who actually homered in his first game as a Mariner. The pitch swung on and missed. We'll see if Weston Wilson can do the same. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here with us inside the Western Washington Toyota radio booth on a beautiful night here in Seattle. The 1-1. Sails way outside. Suarez misses everything with the changeup. Suarez has been excellent this year. A 3.21 ERA. Start number 14 for the lefty. He deals. Swung on. That's cracked left field. Hit well. Duran back though. Backpedaling just in front of the track. Makes the catch. And the Mariners put away in the third. So 9 up, 9 down for Suarez. He's been awfully good early. We head to the fourth. 1-0. Red Sox with the lead on the NC Machinery Mariners Radio Network. Well, solo home run has been the difference. 1-0 Boston, top of the 4th inning. Bryce Miller set to face Rafaela, the center fielder. Flew out to center his first time. Bryce nods his head into the motion, deals. Swung on a missed. Good splitter. Splitter has been an excellent pitch for Bryce so far. Opponent's batting just 147 against it. Here comes the 0-1. Swung on, fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes. Bryce is ahead. We've talked so much about the velo and the four seam with Bryce in particular. That's been so good for him, but sometimes it feels like the splitter gets overlooked so far this season. See if he uses it here. The 0-2. And it was a splitter, and it was not a strike. It almost looked like Rafaela started to challenge it, but it wasn't called a strike.
It looked like I thought Cal might.
I thought somebody was going to.
Yeah.
It was out of the zone. Here comes the 1-2. Swung on and missed. He went back to the splitter. This time he swings through. Already the 5th strikeout for Bryce Miller. There's one away here in the 4th. Yeah, that's the pitch. He's got a lot of swing and miss.
Bryce now with 41 strikeouts, Gary, in 38 innings.
That's impressive. Here's Abreu. He flew to center his first time. Bryce into the motion. He deals. Swung on, line drive, base hit. It splits Naylor and Young into right field. So Abreu with the single. That's the 3rd hit for the Red Sox so far tonight. 1-0 Boston with the lead. Hey, Mariner fans, you can play Mariners Bingo presented by Farmers Insurance at marinersbingo.com. No need to be here to join in the fun. Just go to marinersbingo.com to start playing today. It's free, it's fun, it's all Mariners baseball. 1-0 Red Sox. Miller facing Contreras here. First baseman for Boston. He's having an excellent season. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back. We've talked about the Red Sox struggles. That's not on Contreras. He's having a great year. The 3-time All-Star. Batting nearly .290 coming in. 16 home runs to lead the charge for the Red Sox. The team just has not hit for a ton of power this year. Here's the 0-1 from Bryce. Swung on, tagged, left field, twisting towards the pole and out of play. That was into the second deck. But out in front. So no harm.
Yeah, Gary, you mentioned those numbers. This is the one guy in the lineup that you say, I don't want this guy to beat us. In a tough situation, you pitch around him or you don't pitch to him at all.
First year with the Red Sox. Last 3 with St. Louis. Here comes the 0-2. It's upstairs. Abreu takes off, throw to second base. It's not in time. He slides, he's safe. He nearly fell off the bag. But Abreu gets the swipe, his 6th steal of the year.
Whoa. They're going to look at it. Dan Wilson wants to take a look at it, so that's always a good sign.
Ooh. That was very close. Looking at the replay.
Jake Kirk has done a tremendous job as our video guy. Yeah, this is going to be overturned. What a throw by Cal Raleigh. The catch of the tag by Cole Young. They got him. Jake, you're going to win this one. Good job, buddy.
That was perfection. That throw was right on the money. It was perfect. This is going to get overturned. It should be overturned fast.
As a middle infielder, you take that throw, you just drop the glove down in front of the bat. That's exactly what Cole Young did because the throw was perfect from Cal Raleigh. It's going to be overturned. 40,000 fans agree too.
Field's overturned. The runner is out. Seattle will retain this out.
Yeah. All right. Nice throw, Cal.
And all that has to happen between Jake and Dan Wilson with a matter of seconds. They've got about 10 seconds to decide to challenge or not. Way to go, Jake.
I know. It's a lot of pressure. I mean, you have to decide right now. There's no time to think about it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. See if Miller can end the inning here in the 4th. 2 outs, the pitch. He sends it low on a 4-seam. That 4-seam at 97 miles per hour. Bryce's last time out Friday on the road against the Nationals, 8 innings. Just 2 runs allowed. He was excellent. Here comes his 2-2. Swung on, soft ground ball right to shortstop. Emerson has it. Skips into the throw, right on the money. That's it for the Red Sox in the 4th inning. So Bryce Miller, just 1 run allowed so far. So far, that's the only run, though. 1-0 Boston with the lead. We head to the bottom of the 4th on the NC Machinery Mariners Radio Network.
When Northwest businesses need some pop in their lineup, they call Mechanics Bank. They've been helping businesses perform at the top of their game since 1905. So stop by, call, or visit mechanicsbank.com/baseball and see how they can help power up your business. Member FDIC.
Hey, cruise fans, you want to see more of the destination you came to explore? Try Uncruise Adventures. With only 22 to 86 guests, your ship is your floating base camp, a launch pad into wild bays, quiet coves, and places big ships can't go. Trade Vegas-style shows for Mother Nature's show. All-inclusive, award-winning adventures in Alaska, Mexico, Hawaii, Costa Rica, and the Galapagos. Visit uncruise.com and talk to an adventure specialist today. Tell them you heard it from Rick Riz for exclusive savings.
Cheers to 50 seasons. Corona and the Mariners are giving fans the chance to win tickets to the biggest party of the summer. 50 grand prize winners and a guest will enjoy main level tickets to the August 8th 50 season celebration night and Mariners Corona swag to showcase your pride. Enter now through July 26th at cbisweeps.com/Corona Mariners 50 seasons. No purchase necessary. Open only to legal U.S. residents in Alaska, Hawaii, Idaho, Montana, Oregon, and Washington. 21 or older. Relax responsibly. Corona Extra Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
This is Aaron Goldsmith.
And Gary Hill for Fireside.
Gary, I've heard you talk a lot about Fireside.
And you finally listened.
Something you never thought possible. But now they've done work for me.
It's a great time for a new fireplace, garage door, or outdoor barbecue.
Fireside Home Solutions. Visit one of their showrooms in Bellevue, Auburn, Portland, and Spokane.
Don't have time to visit a showroom? Then call them for a free in-home consultation.
Fireside at firesidehomesolutions.com.
Aaron and I both love Fireside, and you will too. Mariners trailing 1-0 to the Red Sox. Here's Rob Refsnyder to start things for the Mariners in the 4th. The first pitch from Suarez is outside. Mariners trying to solve Suarez. He's gone 9 up, 9 down so far. 4 strikeouts. He's been awfully good. Refsnyder is former Red Sox. Here's the pitch. That's inside. Refsnyder the last 3 years with Boston. Had a really nice run with the Red Sox. The 2-0. Swung on, smashed a couple hops right to shortstop. Meyer has it, sets his feet, whips it to first. He's got the out 10 in a row to start things as we pause for station identification on the NC Machinery Mariners Radio Network. Here's the pitch to Cal. Swung on, popped up, and that's going to get into the crowd first base side. One of the strange aspects to the year for Suarez, he's been a reverse split guy. Righty's only batting .214 against him. Lefty's .290. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Really takes him off on a changeup. And the big reason why, for whatever reason, lefties are hitting his fastballs, whether it's the 4-seam, the 2-seam, the cutter, and righties just really aren't. It's kind of a strange phenomenon. Here's the 0-2. He sends it upstairs. Righty's batting .202 combined against all his fastballs, all 3 of them. Lefty's .348. Here's the pitch. That's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
When I see splits like that for a left-hander who, does well against right-handed hitters, it's a lot of times it's that changeup because it's down and away.
The 2-2. That's down low. So Cal has worked at full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 4th, Cal the tying run at the dish, 1-0 Red Sox. Just a matter of time for the first home run in his return. Suarez shakes his head side to side, now set into the wind, the pitch. Down low, ball 4. That is a great plate appearance by Cal Raleigh. He earns the walk, and the Mariners have their first base runner of the ball game. And that brings up Julio.
That was a good at-bat right there by Cal, because the first time when he struck out, he saw a lot of off-speed pitches, including that slow curveball. This time he left it alone to get a board in front of Julio.
Suarez from the stretch for the first time. He delivers. Too high on Julio, and it looks like it has been challenged by Narvaez, the catcher for the Red Sox. He's been right once already. Let's take a look at this one. Ooh, it is a strike, just tickling the very top of the zone. So he flips the count. It's 0-1 on Julio. Bottom of the fourth, 1-0 Red Sox. Suarez closing in on 50 pitches. He is set, deals inside. Suarez pitched against the Mariners last year in Philly and pitched really well. 6 2/3, no walks, 10 strikeouts in that game. The 1-1 swung on, rattle foul at home plate. Only gave up 200 runs. 3 times last year, pitchers against the Mariners were in double-digit strikeouts and no walks. Suarez and Luzardo in the same series, the Phillies against the Mariners. And the other was Paul Skeens, which can happen. Time taken. Rick, I was looking ahead because the Mariners go to Pittsburgh after this. Skeens is going to throw tomorrow, so it looks like if everything holds, the Mariners will miss Paul Skeens.
And that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. Yeah.
That's all right.
The 1-2 upstairs. I will say it is fun to watch Paul Skeens pitch in person, but it really increases your odds of winning the baseball game if he's not pitching.
No doubt about it. He's turned out to be one of the great pitchers of the game ever since he came up. Was the #1 pick out of LSU. You miss him, that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. The 2-2. Strike 3 called over the corner. That's a good 2-seam. Nice movement. 5th strikeout for Suarez. Hey, cheers to 50 seasons. You can enter now to win a chance to attend Seattle Mariners 50 season celebration night thanks to Corona. Head to cbisweeps.com/Corona Mariners 50 seasons to learn more. Corona Extra Beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Here's Naylor. Cal at first base. Mariners trailing 1-0. The pitch. That's in there at the knees for a strike. Naylor struck out his first time. At one point, Suarez had fanned 4 in a row. The 0-1. Swung on, little looper, left field towards the line. It's foul. Hey, some good news as we take a look at the Northwest Chevy Equinox scoreboard. A's had an early lead on the Angels in Sacramento, but the Angels have stormed back. It's 7-4 Angels with the lead, although they are in Sacramento, so I definitely wouldn't put that in the win column yet for the Angels. They're in just the 4th inning, but we'll continue to watch that one closely. The Mariners up on the A's in the division by a couple. The 0-2. That's way outside. Good take by Naylor. Mariners in first place. The A's a game and a half back. The Rangers 2.5. The Astros 3.5. Here's the 1-2. Just a touch low. The Angels 9 out, so it's been another rough year so far for the Angels. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swung on, laced, but foul. Angels right now the 2nd worst record in baseball behind the Rockies.
And Trout's been on the IL. Tough year for the Angels.
Cal steps off his lead at first base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Josh Naylor calls time. They made Suarez work this inning. They're trying to cash in here. 1-0 Boston. Big crowd on hand. A perfect night here in Seattle. Suarez nods. Delivers. Foul away again. Good fight by Josh. Hanging in there. With us inside the Western Washington Toyota radio booth. 1-0 Boston. Bottom of the fourth. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This will be pitch number 7 to Naylor. Suarez deliberate, set, deals. Swung on, fouled away again into the seats third base side.
That's what the off speed does right there. That's a fastball at 92 miles an hour, but Josh was laying on it. But that's what Suarez is so good at, speeding you up and slowing you down. If you can get to that fastball and wait for it, you can get a long way.
Well, you're tired of the first 10 he saw, but Cal and Josh have really made him work here in the inning. The 2-2. Swung on, little poke right to second base, low line drive. Picked up by Monasterio just off the shoe tops. He makes the catch, and that's it for the Mariners in the fourth. So we move along to the fifth. It's 1-0 Red Sox over the Mariners on the NC Machinery Mariners Radio Network.
So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal and I played with Eddie and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And, you know, I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards and I know.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
Well, our Mechanics Bank score, it's the Red Sox 1 and the Mariners 0 as we go to the top half of the fifth inning. Left fielder Jaron Duran will lead things off. Bryce Miller has pitched very well. He left that one pitch out over the plate. Caleb Durbin hit that home run back in the top half of the second. That has been the offense. Mariners, in the meantime, still trying to figure out Ranger Suarez between that fastball at 91-92 and the changeup. So here's Duran, a strikeout victim, and Miller's in the second. The wind of the pitch, swing and a miss, gets the fastball on by, and the count is 0-1. Duran, Durbin, and Meyer for Boston here in the fifth inning. Now we see some stirring in the bullpen, and yeah, that's Luis Castillo getting ready to come in. Here's the windup and the 0-1 pitch, swung on, fouled out of play behind the plate, and the count is now 0-2 on Duran. So Bryce is looking to go 5.
Yeah, he's throwing the weighted ball against the wall. He's going through his normal routine as if he were starting the game, which is very different than relievers who basically throw a couple pitches and ready to go.
Exactly. They can throw 10 or 15 pitches, okay, but they're used to that.
Yeah.
That's what they do
every
day, every other day, every third day. But this is something new for Luis Castillo. The windup and the 0-2 on the way. Check swing. Does he go? He does not. And the count is 1-2 on Duran. So when the second guy, in this case it's Castillo, when he starts to warm up, you got to bring him in. So we're going to see him in the sixth inning. Now the windup and the 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Does he go? The appeal, and he doesn't. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. They check in with third base umpire Quinn Wolcott. So the count even at 2-2. Bryce Miller has been outstanding. 3-0 record, 6 outings, 5 starts. A couple of piggybacks, 1.54 ERA. The windup in the 2-2. Swing and a foul tip in a Cal's glove for strike 3. So another strikeout for Bryce Miller. That's number 6. And the Red Sox have 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. They lead it 1-0. Well, the Mariners recently announced an all-new event for 50 season celebration weekend, Alumni Home Run Derby. You don't want to miss this. Home Run Derby night presented by Muckleshoot Casino Resort on August the 7th. Watch Ichiro, Mike Cameron, and more compete in an epic post-game competition. Get your tickets at mariners.com/derby. That's going to be a blast. Here's the pitch to Caleb Durbin. The pitch to him is a called strike 0-1. It was Durbin and that home run to give the Red Sox a 1-0 lead back in the second.
Has anyone recruited you to throw BP?
Oh, no, because they don't want to see that 35-mile-an-hour cheese coming up the home plate. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. There's a great splitter at 85. And the count is 0-2 Durbin. But our very own Ryan Roland Smith is going to be in the home run derby. Ichiro, Mike Cameron. I think Bucky Jacobson is going to be in it. Here's the next offer on the way. Check swing and it's down low. Another splitter. Ball 1 this time. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Would you like to get in there and take a few hacks here?
Sure. I'd love it. I can't imagine anyone else would want to see that, but I'd have a great time.
I would love to see it.
I just want 1 out of the infield. That's what I would like.
You could do it. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss by Durbin. He tried to hold up on the sweeper, strike 3. He went after it. 7 strikeouts for Bryce Miller and 2 outs for the Red Sox here in the top half of the 5th inning. That'll bring up shortstop Marcelo Meyer, who is 0 for 1. He struck out after a long at bat, a 10-pitch at bat back in the second. But that's going to be a lot of fun, folks. That's on August the 7th, and you don't want to miss the celebration of bringing 50 Mariners stars back on August the 8th. You talk about a great night. Here's the pitch on the way. Swinging a foul by Meyer off of Cal Rowling. The count 0-1. Can't wait to see the guys come back from Ken Griffey Jr. to, well, pick a great name, and hopefully they're going to be here on August the 8th. Miller looks in. Struck out the side in the second. Looking to do so here in the 5th. The 0-1 pitch is outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Man, nice to see him back out there. A little bit to left center field. Off the line at third is the newcomer, Mr. Wilson. Here's the pitch on the way, and a swing and a foul tip in a Cal's glove, and the count is 1-2 on Meyer. Weston Wilson joining the ball club today. He's over there at third base. Miller doesn't like the feel of the baseball, tosses it out. Mariners starting play in first place in the American League West, looking to stay there for the rest of the way. Bryce ready. Now the windup and the 1-2 on the way to Meyer. Swing and a little tap out in front of the plate. Picked up by Bryce. The throw to first. Easy toss in time to get Meyer. And that's going to retire the side. 1-2-3. Go the Red Sox. So an outstanding 5 innings for Bryce Miller in the piggyback situation. We'll see Luis in the 6th. We go to the
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
2-2 the count.
Pitch to Alvarez, hit in the air to deep left field. Forget it. This one sails into the second deck behind the 358 mark.
Alvarez follows up with a bomb. Oh my goodness, top tank. Santa Maria.
Did the classic swing and stare and take the slow trot up the line, a look into the dugout, flexing that bicep. That was a shot. A classic Alvarez bomb.
Chances to win cool fan experiences. Presented by Global Credit Union, proud partner of the Seattle Mariners. Membership required. Terms and conditions apply. Subject to credit approval.
All right, Mechanics Bank score. The Red Sox won and the Mariners nothing. Dom Canzone leading off the bottom of the fifth inning with a swing and a ground ball right to the first baseman Contreras. He's got it. Goes to the bag for the out on Dom. And there's one away. 1-0 Boston. The only run of this game, the Caleb Durbin home run back in the second inning. Fine job by Bryce Miller tonight. His mom and dad here at the ballpark tonight. Always great to see them. But Miller went 5 very strong innings, gave up just 1 run on only 3 hits, no walks, and he struck out 7 along the way. We're going to see Luis Castillo when we go to the top half of the 6th inning. Here's Cole Young, home run a couple of days ago. The pitch on the way to Cole is a strike, 0-1. I was talking with Manny Acta prior to the ball game. We had a long conversation about so many things about the ball club, but we talked about the kids on this team, Colt Emerson, and this young man, Cole Young, has been tremendous this year. Next offer on the way to Young, and it's outside for ball 1. I said, what about the power from this kid? 6 home runs on the year, but he hits the ball hard all over the place. Said he generates that power. He's so quick to the ball. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's low and outside in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike, and he's played so well defensively at second base. He has some of the best defensive run save numbers in the American League. He's made all the plays and then some. Cole batting .257. 6 home runs and 34 runs batted in. That's one behind Julio. Here's the windup and the 2-1 pitch. Breaking ball is outside for ball 3, 3-1. I asked him before the ball game today, how in the world did you get that pitch up and away in yesterday's game and line it down the left field line for the base hit and a run batted in? Here's pitch swung on, popped up and out of play on the third base side, and the count is now 3-2 on Cole. He said, yeah, it's just I was able to get behind the ball, hit it hard the other way, fair down the left field line. And when you use foul line to foul line, you got a chance to hit for a really good average. The windup by Suarez and the payoff pitch. Swinging a ground ball right to the second baseman. Up with the ball is Monasterio. His throw to first in time to get Cole for the second out of the inning. Say, friends, on the 4th of July, the Mariners will welcome the Blue Jays to town. And as part of the festivities, the first 10,000 fans will score a patriotic bucket hat thanks to Coca-Cola. Grab your tickets at Mariners.com and get ready to pack the stands with red, white, and blue. It's possible that the 4th of July is right around the corner. And it is a few weeks away. The line and the pitch to Victor Robles. Here's a curveball for a strike, 0-1. Backdoor breaking ball that floats in over the outside corner. Victor 0 for 1 has flied out. 1-0 Red Sox, bottom of the 5th. The pitch up high for ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. The 2 pitches with some kind of velocity from Suarez, the fastball in 91-92, the cutter at 88. Then he really backs off on that slow curveball. The windup and the 1-1 pitch. Check swing, it is inside. Yeah, wait a second, we want a challenge from Nevarez. Right now it's 2-1. Let's see if it stays that way, and no, it won't. It's a strike. Nip the inside corner, top rung of the zone, and the count is 1-2 on Robles instead of 2-1.
Barely. And Reyes has been good.
Oh man, he's been super tonight for the Red Sox. The 1-2 pitch swung on, fly ball, left center field, got it off the end of the bat. Duran backs up just a couple of steps. He's there and he makes the catch, and that will retire the side. We go to the top of the 6th inning on a beautiful Friday night here in Seattle. Our Mechanics Bank score: the Red Sox 1 and the Mariners 0.
The Seattle Mariners have officially found their groove, riding the wave of an amazing run that started in May and has them sailing in June.
And the Mariners sweep the A's.
The secret to their recent success? Power at the plate and dominance on the mound.
Swung on and missed, got him.
The rotation, led by Emerson Hancock, Brian Wu, and Logan Gilbert, has been absolutely electric, shutting down opposing lineups. And while all-star backstop Cal Raleigh remains sidelined, a surge of offensive power has arrived.
A rainmaker to left field. Julio with a bang.
Julio Rodriguez is on fire and flexing his marquee muscle. Throw a locked-in Randy Arozarena and a red-hot Luke Raley into the mix, and you got a lineup firing on all cylinders. Thanks to the run of victories to kick off the summer, Seattle has cruised to the top of the AL West and has the Pacific Northwest rocking. The American League is officially on notice. The Mariners are a problem.
Well, it's a close one. 1-0 Boston with the lead. We head to the 6th. Bryce Miller's day is done as Luis Castillo will take over. Bryce Miller, excellent again. He's been nothing but excellent this season. He's our working hard player of the game, brought to you by Danner and Whistle Workwear. For the ones working hard every day, Danner available at Whistle Workwear. Miller, 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, no walks, 7 strikeouts. Now gives way to Luis Castillo. Narvaez will bat. Mariners, though, being no hit so far. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Ranger Suarez has been excellent. Suarez on the other side has allowed just 1 base runner. A walk to Cal Raleigh. That's been it so far. Castillo winds, delivers. And sends it off the plate. 97 on the fastball.
Here, I just figured out Bryce Miller's ERA after his outing tonight.
Oh, little in-game math.
It went up.
Here comes the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Well,
not by much. It was 1.54 coming in the game. His earned run average is now 1.57.
You know you're having a great
That's
season
ridiculous.
when your ERA goes up when you go up 1 run in 5 innings.
Oh,
that's incredible. The 1-2. Swung on and missed. That was a beautiful slider out of the zone. Narvaez swings through. That's the first strikeout for Castillo. 1 away here in the 6th. Brings up Monasterio. It's Juneteenth. Mariners honoring Juneteenth by wearing the steelhead jerseys tonight. Seattle across the front in black. Cream uniforms, black caps. Castillo into the wind, the pitch. That's a strike. 97 again on the corner. Top of the 6th, 1-0 Red Sox. Castillo 1 foot in front of the other, winds, deals. He sends that way outside. 98. He's got the good fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike. I'm reminded of Dave Eskenazi is I guess the best way to describe him, he knows everything about Seattle baseball and its history. The 1-1 that's swung on and missed. Another fastball at 98. I was talking to him about the steelhead uniforms because there were not pictures of the steelheads and their uniforms, and for a long time no one really knew what they looked like. Here comes the 1-2. Strike 3 called. 98 on the corner. Castillo has fanned the first 2 he has seen. Abe Saperstein, he owned a barnstorming team, the Cincinnati Crescents. He combined them with the baseball side of the Harlem Globetrotters, and that's who became the Seattle Steelheads. and appointed Paul Hardy as their manager, who was a player manager. He was their starting catcher and the manager. Here's the pitch. That swung on, popped up behind the shortstop. Robles in. He calls off Emerson. He makes the catch. And that's it. And a few years ago, they found a picture of player manager Paul Hardy with the Steelheads uniform, and that's the uniforms.
Up the middle, diving play by Swanson to first. What a play! Volpe on the backhand, goes to third brilliantly for the easy out.
Leday coming up hard. It falls. Round the third. Leday fire home. It's there. He's out. What a play by Leday.
Charging in and making a diving catch. Terracotta.
Going back is Reynolds at the wall. Up and he makes the catch to Rob Ohtani of the home run.
Line drive towards second base on one hop. A nifty pick by Holiday. Ain't got him. That might be the best play on grass.
Raley backed up to the wall and he makes the catch. Line to right. Newbar comes in and makes a sliding catch.
Tommy Troy makes another sliding grab out there. The answer is Kevin McGonigal with the glove at Comerica Park.
Putting on a show. And it's Velasquez who makes a sliding grab. Back trio, and he leaps and makes the catch. Bangs up against the wall.
That's an owl, in case you're wondering. That's one of the few fans that looks at Canseco and says, who? What are they going to do? Expecting to pick up a baseball? Oh, poor baby.
You know, I did read it a year ago.
Yes.
Canseco absolutely loves animals.
Durwood Merrill.
Get away, Durwood.
Leave a little opening at the top, guys.
August 22nd at Emerald Queen Casino Event Center. Brantley Gilbert rocks the country. Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. Don't miss this electrifying experience with Brantley Gilbert. August 22nd at Emerald Queen Casino. Always entertaining.
Mariners trailing 1-0. Colt Emerson stands in. Ranger Suarez on the mound. Here comes the pitch. And that's down low for a ball. He's currently throwing a no-hitter as we're in the 6th inning. Red Sox got a solo home run in the 2nd. That has stood. Suarez into the motion. He deals. Swung on. A little broken bat. A couple hops to third base. Weird spin. Durbin picks it up. Throws to first to get the out. It's a tricky play. There's one out here in the 6th as we take a look at the premium matchup presented by Alaska Airlines, the official airline of the Seattle Mariners and your new gateway to the world. Experience a new level of comfort aboard Alaska's new 787 Dreamliner, flying nonstop to top destinations around the globe. Here's Weston Wilson. Here's the pitch to him. Swung on, skied to left center field. Duran in, Rafaela in as well. Duran calls for it. He makes the catch. Quickly 2 away. And the matchup is the tricky part of this series against the Red Sox. The Mariners will face 3 lefty starters. As we know, the Mariners have not hit lefties well this year as a team. They've been better as of late. But that's a tricky matchup. And it's really unusual. 3 lefty starters in a series. That's not something you see very often, but the Mariners will see that here as Refsnyder stands in. The pitch. That's a strike. Suarez is near 75 pitches, so he still has room here. Bottom of the 6th, 1-0 Red Sox. Mariners without a hit. Here comes the pitch. That's inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Refsnyder taps the plate 1 time. The pitch. Swung on. Looper, short right field. Abreu in a couple of steps under it. He makes the one-hand catch, and the Mariners go 1-2-3 in the 6th. We'll move along to the 7th inning. Close game, 1-0. Boston with the lead on the NC Machinery Mariners.
If you're feeling crabby, check out some of these wild and weird moments from around the league.
Since going to tag out Bowers, who had the crab crawl back toward first base.
Is this 1-1-1-3 on the putout?
Of course, catching it is one thing.
Whoa! Go through the 5-hole? Yeah, it sure did.
Now that's what you call really struggling.
Now let's see some animal instincts on display in the field.
Nico! Behind the back, what a play!
Get a load of this.
Say hey, Austin Martin right. He made an incredible catch.
And a liner caught by a leaping Bobby Witt Jr.
No question about that one.
Robles over, goes to a dive, and makes a tremendous catch.
Oh, I didn't give him a shot off the bat to come down to that baseball. Oh, highlight reel stuff from David Hamilton.
How about that?
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Dave Holtz now stands in. He gets fisted toward the Angel dugout. Got folks moving. Again, slapped that way. Same spot. Uh-oh. Gray with the 0-2 pitch. Same spot almost. Still 0-2.
Castillo up on the mound. A strong sixth inning. Went 1-2-3, a couple of strikeouts. In out of the bullpen in the place of Miller. Rafaela will start. Here's the pitch. Swung out, fouled away. We're in the seventh inning. 1-0 Red Sox. 1 run, 3 hits for Boston. No runs, no hits for the Mariners. Rafaela fouled out off his leg, so he's taking an extra few moments here. Rick, I just got a very angry text. You know, Ian Douglas is so wonderful. He works in our studio. It's our flagship. Here's the pitch that's swung on, driven into the gap. It's down. It's going to the wall. Rafael around first base. He wants 2. The throw in. He stops at second as the throw is cut off. And Rafael in there with a leadoff double here in the 7th. He does a great job for us. He happens to be a Red Sox fan, so he's angry with me for jinxing or attempting to jinx the Ranger Suarez no-hitter by continuing to say that Ranger Suarez has a no-hitter so far.
He's throwing a no-hitter?
Apparently.
He hasn't given up a hit. Let me get this straight. He's throwing a no-hitter.
Here's Abreu.
Sorry about that, man.
Castillo set. Here's the pitch. That's in there at the knees. So runner on second base. Castillo trying to keep this game exactly where it is. It's 1-0. It won't be easy with Rafaela at second. No outs. The pitch. A half cut. Did he go? Nope. He checked. Popping the mitt on 98 again. 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs. 7th inning. Mariners coming off of a series win against Baltimore. The 1-1. Swung on, driven to center field. Julio racing back, showing his numbers in front of the track. Makes a leap, makes the catch. Rafaela tags at second. He'll glide into third. The first out recorded. Now the Red Sox an insurance run at third base. By the way, this call to the bullpen brought to you by Sunset Auto Family in Stummer and Auburn. You just get more at Sunset, and people do like that. So infield will play in. Contreras, and this is what we talked about earlier in the game. This is not the guy you want to see in a tight spot. Here comes the pitch. And that gets away from Cal Raleigh. It's behind him. Rafaela scores. And the Red Sox have their second run. It's 2-0 Boston.
his glove. Cal looking to his right, and the ball glanced off his glove and went way to his left. It just shot in the opposite direction. And Raffaello saw that it was far enough away, scored easily from third.
Here comes the 1-0. That's swung on a miss. So the Mariners trailing 2-0 now to Boston, top of the 7th. 1 ball, 1 strike. Castillo deals. A touch below the knees again at 98. 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1. Swung on, hit hard right side, past the dive of Cole Young into right field. It's a hit. So Contreras with a single. As we take another look at the Northwest Chevy Equinox scoreboard. Rick, every time I look up, the Angels are hitting a home run. They just hit their 5th of the night in Sacramento. It's 11-4, Angels with the lead over the A's.
That's good.
Yeah.
A's a game and a half behind the Mariners in the American League West, and yeah, we're going to be looking at that scoreboard each and every day. But for the Mariners, they just got to concentrate on winning series.
Here's Duran, the pitch. Swung on, line drive, base hit left field. That moves Contreras into second base, so runners at first and second now with 1 out. Castillo has shown good stuff, but being hit hard. That was 105 off the bat. 100 before that by Contreras.
Well, he's looking to make some kind of adjustment because all 4 hitters in this inning very aggressive early in the count. The first pitch or second pitch, hitting the ball hard.
Here's Durbin. Durbin homered in the second. The pitch. That's a strike. The only blemish on what was an excellent outing by Miller.
So first pitch slider right there is something off speed to get him off the fastball. Looking for it early.
Castillo set. Looks at second. The 0-1. Swung on. Popped up behind home plate. Cal off with the mask. He ranges back, and that's going to get out of here. Out of play. But Castillo ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. You're with us inside the Western Washington Toyota radio booth. 2-0 Red Sox. Castillo, a tug at the black cap. Brings the ball to the black glove on his chest. The 0-2. A slider that's away. A backhand by Cal to keep in front this time. So 1-2.
Luis had the right idea. Something down and away. A breaking ball to try to get that hard ground ball to Emerson at short. Try to turn 2 and get out of the inning.
Contreras at second. Duran at first base. Castillo ready. Delivers. Swung on, line drive off the dive of Wilson into left field. It's a base hit picked up by Robles, who races the ball in, and now the base is loaded. 3 straight singles by the Boston Red Sox. That one not hard hit like the others, but in the right spot. That's a pitch Castillo would like to have back. Just left that one over the plate.
Up middle, just a little bit away, but got too much of the middle of the plate. Yeah, and Durbin was able to get to it. So Pete Woodworth out to the mound to settle down Luis. Talk things over with Cal's there and everybody else around the infield. So Luis right now needs that ground ball double play more than ever.
Yeah, trying to keep this game close. Mariners are still trying to solve Ranger Suarez, who's not allowed a hit through 6 innings against the Mariners. M's trying to keep the Red Sox from breaking this open. 2-0. Bases loaded. Top of the 7th. Here's Meyer. Wasn't in the original starting lineup, replacing Kiner Falefa at the last moment. Infield playing in. Here's the pitch. It's low. A changeup that dances below the knees. The 1-0. That's in there. Got the slider over the corner. Count even. 1 ball, 1 strike. Meyer, first-round pick in 21, 4th overall. The 1-1 in there. Good slider that's being challenged. Red Sox have been excellent tonight on challenges. They have not missed one. We'll see if Meyer gets this. It is a ball. Just missed. I think the Red Sox are 4-0 tonight on challenges. So 2-1. Here's the offer. Swung on, hit hard, passed. Young into right field. It's a base hit. Contreras scores. Here comes Duran right behind him. The throw home, one hop. It gets away from Cal. He slides. He's safe. Everybody moves up a bag. Boston leads 4-0. 4 straight hits for the Red Sox. Canzone will get tagged with an error on the throw from right field. If Cal's able to collect that on the hop, there's a chance they get Duran home. Instead, 2 more in, so it's 4-0 Boston, top of the 7th, 1 out. Pitch to Narvaez is a strike. Castillo trying to get out of trouble here. Here's the pitch. Swung on, line, center field. A couple steps back, Julio. He's there. Durbin tagging at third. The throw will go to third. He scores, and the Red Sox have another. On the sac fly, it's 5-0 Boston in the 7th. And this is not something we've seen, Rick, in the piggyback so far.
No.
Generally, whoever has come in has picked up the baton and pitched very well.
First time in 4 piggyback starts. We've seen a rough inning.
A 4 spot here in the 7th. First offering to Monasterio is fouled away. Again, 98 on the fastball. Stuff hasn't been the issue. Two outs, runner at second, 4 in. Here's the pitch. Swung on, looper right field. Canzone racing in, goes to a dive, and he makes the catch. Dom Canzone diving grab and finally brings an end to the 7th inning, but plenty of damage done. 5-0 Boston with the lead over the Mariners. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th on the NC Machinery Mariners Radio Network.
6 scoreless tonight for Zach Wheeler.
Gave up a couple of hits, struck out 9. Just a dominant performance. Walked a few, didn't have his best stuff, but shut him down for 6 innings.
At the wall, he leaps and makes the catch! No! He did it again! Merrill Robs a home run. Timed the leap and brought it back.
Now that is an exciting baseball play right there.
Did he do it again? Yes, he did!
How about that? Colt Keith has a 3-homer game.
Houston is Colt's town tonight.
The calendar says it's June 15th, but tonight it's May 3.
That's a shutout for Dustin May. Light up the night as the Cardinals celebrate a great pitching performance.
Well, he's done it backwards. Homer triple-double. I've never seen that before.
He has done it. Pete Crow Armstrong has hit for the cycle. Listen to these fans.
His world, and we're living in it.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
Steel is powered by precision, reliability, and durability. You can trust Steel, chosen brand used every day at the ballpark. Trusted by me, trusted by the Mariners. Visit SteelUSA.com to find your nearest Steel dealer. That's SteelUSA.com.
Well, the Red Sox lead 5-0 now. The Mariners still without a hit as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Cal Raleigh will lead off. Ranger Suarez has been excellent. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled back. Mariners have not been able to square him up at all. They retired the first 10 he saw. Cal drew a walk. That's been the only base runner. And then Suarez has retired the next 8. So just one over the minimum, the 0-1. Inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Misses away. You're inside the Western Washington Toyota radio booth. Game 1 of 3, Mariners and Red Sox. The 2-1. Swung on and missed. Big rip at a cutter. That was elevated. Suarez was one of the best pitchers in baseball through his first 9 starts. Had an ERA under 2.5. He scuffled in a couple starts after that. The 2-2 is off the plate, but he's locked it back in since. His overall numbers are really good, but if you took away those 2 rough starts, it's a great season for Ranger Suarez. The 3-2. Off the plate, he's walked Cal again. Leadoff walk here in the 7th. Suarez over 80 pitches. Red Sox lost yesterday. They've lost 4 in a row. They lost yesterday being swept by the Blue Jays. Jays scored a run off Chapman in the 9th. Red Sox bullpen led by Chapman. Chapman has pitched very well at the back end. Here's Julio. The pitch. Too high. The Red Sox, they have pitched well this year. Top 10 ERA. Their defense is excellent. They're a top 5 no matter what number you look at. The pitch swung on, little looper, short center field, a tough play. Rafaela in. He's going to get there, makes to slide and makes the catch. Throws back to first base. Cal gets back in time. And that's a great play by Rafaela to take away a hit. And that's what I was just about to say. Their defense is excellent. They can pitch. They play excellent defense. It's their offense that's been the issue this year. Their outfield defense in particular is outstanding. Abreu has won 2 Gold Gloves. Rafaela, who made that catch, has won a Gold Glove. And Duran's very good as well. Their outfield defense is excellent. They just showed it off right there. Bottom of the 7th, 5-0 Red Sox. Runner at first base, 1 out. The pitch to Naylor. Swung on line, drive, right center field. It's down, it's a hit. It's going to the wall. Cal around second base. He's into third being held. Naylor checks into second. The Mariners' first hit of the night. It's a double by Josh Naylor.
Lefty and left. Josh Naylor drills it into the gap in right center field. Mariners had to do something to try to chip away at that 5-run deficit and get this sellout crowd in the ballgame. 45,000 plus here at T-Mobile Park tonight. And that was a huge base hit right there by Josh Naylor, because you want to cash in right here and give yourself a chance late in this game against Suarez. Has been mighty tight, but no hitter for 6 1/3 innings.
Well, this feels like an opportunity. The Mariners have to cash in at least a couple. Down 5-0, bottom of the 7th. Here's Dom Canzone. 0 for 2 so far tonight. He's not had a ton of plate appearances, just 17 against lefties this year. They're getting the start against the lefty here. Canzone has just been on fire. Lasering the ball all over the place. Cal is lead at third base. Red Sox get their bullpen going. Naylor at second. Suarez. Here's the pitch. Canzone tried to hold a swing, couldn't do it. It was a slider. He chased it, 0-1. Justin Slayton, a righty, starting to throw for Boston. 5-0 Red Sox, your Mechanics Bank score. The 0-1. Swung on. That's lined on one hop. It's off of Suarez. Picks it up. Throws to first to get the out. He keeps it in front and makes the play.
He's able to get the glove down in that 5-hole like a goalie and knock it down. Then he quickly turned to check in with Cal Raleigh.
I think I got him in the face.
Came up and got him?
Looked like it. I mean, it looked like it, although he has shown he's shown nothing.
No.
But it looked like it bounced up off the ground, bounced up high, got him in the face. Here's Cole Young, the pitch, swung out, fouled away. Mariners don't want to see this opportunity go by the wayside. Runners at second and third, now 2 outs. The 0-1. Breaking ball off the plate. 1-1.
Oh, 6 home runs on the year, Gary. 2 against left-handed pitching.
The 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1-2. Cole calls time. Suarez climbs back onto the hill. The lefty set. The 1-2. Inside, almost hits him. A curveball, didn't have much curve to it. Suarez is over 90 pitches now. He's getting towards the end of the line. Here comes the 2-2. Popped up, out of play. We'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cal at third, Naylor at second. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Mariners down 5. The pitch. Not close. A slider, so full count now, 3-2. Victor Robles on deck and a righty ready in the pen. Let's see what happens here. The 3-2. Outside, ball 4. They are loaded. And we'll see if a change is going to be made here. Victor Robles 0 for 2 on the night.
It's new manager Chad Tracy out to
takes
the
the
mound.
ball.
Yeah, there's going to be a change.
So the Red Sox going to the bullpen with the bases loaded. Mariners down 5, bottom of the 7th. Big chance here for the Mariners when we come back.
Let's open this up. Take a look at what we find. Looks like we've got Lauren Shahadi.
Animation is great.
We got Robert Flores, one of the stars of MLB Central with Lauren Shahadi. Then we got Mark DeRosa. Look at that. He looks like Superman, does he not?
Right? He was when he was with the Cubs.
Harold Reynolds looking ripped in a tracksuit in Studio 42. There I am. The hair's on point.
I know this guy.
Look at that jawline.
Rice with a 2-out RBI double to right field in the first inning. Driven deep to right field. Going back, rally, track, wall. See ya! Ben Rice, red hot with a solo home run. Yankees lead 5-2.
The look of a hitter who is locked in early in the season.
And Ben Rice is, I can't believe his first home run of the season, 427 feet. It takes the sails out of what's going on in the dugout. That makes a big difference that the first batter came up and immediately gets one of the runs back.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Esto es flow mayor.
from Rick Riz for exclusive savings.
Don't miss the Mariners' 50-season celebration night, August 8th, presented by Daktronics. Witness the most iconic gathering of Mariners greats in franchise history as the top 50 players are unveiled at T-Mobile Park. Get your tickets at mariners.com.
Well, the Mariners trying to cash in here in the bottom of the 7th inning, down 5-0. They have the bases loaded with 2 outs. Ranger Suarez goes 6 2/3 innings and gives up only 1 base hit. But the bases are loaded. J.P. Crawford will pinch hit for Victor Robles. And J.P. has a share of Grand Slam home runs. So here's Justin Slayton, 0-3 with a 6.28 ERA, making his 17th appearance of the year. Suarez mighty tough. Ranger Suarez 3 walks and 5 strikeouts along the way. But Cal's on at third, Naylor's on at second, Cole Young on at first base with 2 outs. And here's Crawford to face Slayton.
So the Mariners counter with JP. 6 career grand slams. Looking for a moment. The pitch. That's in there. A strike. A cutter at 96 miles per hour, just scraping the edge. Slayton has given up hits in each of his last 4 outings. He's had a couple blowups this year. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. 98 on the fastball. No balls, 2 strikes on JP. Mariners looking to break through, down 5-0. Slayton set. The 0-2. Too high. Another fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases jammed. Mariners looking to strike. The 1-2. This is inside. He's just going fastball after fastball. That 4-seam at 97. 2-2. Slayton wants a new baseball.
Timeout. Josh Naylor was leveling off the dirt in the line between second and third. Got a chance to do that.
Sellout crowd on their feet. The 2-2. Inside. 98 that just missed the corner. Full count.
How many times have we seen this from J.P. Crawford? 0-2 in the count, works it to full.
Crowd making a ton of noise. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swung on and missed. JP strikes out with the bases loaded, and the Mariners stay scoreless. We move along to the 8th. Red Sox 5.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Breaks the bat, and Magadan tries to get out of the way, and they're going to win the ball game. The bat almost hit Magadan, and he ducked, did not catch the ball. I don't believe what I just saw. The bat was in half. He ducked to get out of the way. The bat did not field the ball. And the Mets are going to have a very, very tough loss. One of the most unusual plays I have ever seen.
Do you see yourself maybe one day after baseball, like maybe food critic, food writer?
I would love to do that. That's the plan. I've been doing it ever since I was in the big leagues. It's just fun. It's fun to interact with people like the fans, because a lot of my followers are baseball fans. Mm-hmm. So it's nice to interact with them on a topic that's not baseball. A lot of people seem to rally around that. I mean, who doesn't love good food?
Well, our Mechanics Bank score, it's the Red Sox 5 and the Mariners nothing. Top half of the 8th inning. And leading things off is Mickey Gasper, and Gasper takes a look at strike one from Luis Castillo. We got a defensive change for the Mariners. Victor Robles was lifted for the pinch hitting J.P. Crawford, so now Connor Joe takes over in left for Victor. Castillo into the windup, and the 0-1 to Gasper. It's a strike. Nice slider on the outside corner. The count 0-2. Red Sox bunched up 4 runs on 5 hits in the top half of the 7th inning. They had a run on a home run by Durbin back in the 2nd. Swinging a ground ball right to Naylor at first base. Underhand flip to Luis at the bag, covering, and it's in plenty of time to get Gasper for the out, and there's one away. Well, out of the park excitement is waiting for you at Muckleshoot Casino Resort. Swing for the fences on your favorite games and relax in the luxury of the All-Star Resort. Your MVP getaway is Muckleshoot Casino Resort, the biggest and best in the Northwest. Here's Cedar Rafaela. Started that big 4-run rally with a double into the gap in right center field. The pitch to him fouled away off a Cal. Ball trickles up the first base line, and the count is 0-1. Rafaela from Curacao. Last year hit right around 250, 16 home runs, 63 runs batted in. The windup and the 0-1. Fastball for a strike, and the count is now 0-2. Luis's last outing. Starter last Saturday, June the 13th, 8-3 loss in Washington. Gave up 5 runs, but only 2 were earned. Here's the pitch. Low and outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. He pitched into the 6th inning. The windup and the 1-2. Swinging a foul back behind the plate. Still a ball and 2 strikes. Mariners and the Red Sox tomorrow. Game time again is 7:10. We'll see on the radio at 6 o'clock. Emerson Hancock going for the Mariners. Connolly early will get the start for Boston. The windup and the 1-2. Swing and a miss at a sinker. Strike 3, a strikeout for Luis Castillo. Fans, Cedar Rafaela for the 2nd out here in the top half of the 8th inning. That is strikeout number 3 for Castillo. 2 up and 2 down. That'll bring up Wilyer Abreu. Abreu 1 for 3. Had a base hit in the 4th inning. Tried stealing second. Originally was called safe. Then the Mariners challenge, and as they took a look at it, he was out. Here's the pitch on the way, low for ball 1. Abreu, 22 home runs last season. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball out to Naylor at first. Josh charges, has it. He'll go to the back for the unassisted put out on Abreu, and that's going to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Mariners need a bunch. Our Mechanics Bank score, it's the Red Sox 5 and the Mariners nothing.
Summer's supposed to be fun. When the kids are home all day, the groceries, they add up fast. G. Scott here with a quick heads up from Safeway. There's a program called Sunbucks that gives qualifying families $120 per child for summer groceries. Some families are signed up automatically and will get a card in the mail. Others need to apply. Take a minute to check. It could really help put food on the table for your family. Head to freesummermeals.org to find out more. That's freesummermeals.org.
Seattle fans, get in the game and swing for the fences at Muckleshoot Casino Resort. You'll always find all-star action and MVP.
I'm Jonathan Mayer, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their...
Back
factory authorized dealer today at BryantNorthwest.com. Whatever it takes.
Welcome back to T-Mobile Park. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Mariners nothing after 7.5. That's our Mechanics Bank score. The Mariners looking to try to close that deficit. Boston with a run back in the second and 4 runs in the 7th inning. And I believe that is still Slayton out there. Here's the stretch and the pitch on the way to Colt Emerson. And Colt takes a look at a strike, and the count is 0-1. Nope, this is Weissert. A new pitcher, right-hander. And Weissert fires away, swinging a line drive up in the air, shortstop Marcelo Meyer, and behind the bag at second, shallow center, is able to leap up there and make the catch. And that is out number 1. Both hit it hard right back up the middle, but Meyer timing that leap. And there's one away. That'll bring up Weston Wilson. Greg Weissert, 0-1 with a 3.72 ERA, making his 32nd appearance of the year. He's worked 29 innings. The stretch and the pitch on the way to Wilson, a strike. 0-1. Weston joining the ball club today. Was designated for assignment by the Baltimore Orioles on June the 6th, signed by the Mariners on the 14th. Here's the stretch and the pitch to Wilson, swinging a ground ball, side of the mound, running in. The shortstop Meyer has it. The throw to first, and it's in time to get Wilson for the second out of the inning. Let's pause for station identification. This is the NC Machinery Mariners Radio Network. So quickly 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 5-0 Boston. Here's Rob Refsnyder. Line of the pitch by Weissert. It's up high for ball 1. Yeah, the Mariners have been banged up here in the first half of the season. We're approaching the halfway mark. This is game number 77 for the Mariners on the year. Here's the next pitch, and it's outside. Ball 2 to Refsnyder. 2-0. The exact halfway point of the year is 81 games, and right now the Mariners have played 77. They are 39-37 for the year. The 2-0 pitch, swinging a foul back by Refsnyder, and the count is now 2-1. The unofficial halfway point is always the All-Star break, but that is just beyond the halfway point as far as games played. The look in by Weissert. And the 2-1 pitch to Refsnyder is down low for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. On deck, Cal Raleigh. Mariners trying to get something going with 2 outs and nobody on. Story tonight for the Red Sox. Their starter, Rangers Suarez. Here's the pitch, swinging a hard hit ground ball, foul up the third base line. The count is full on Rob at 3-2. Suarez had a no-hitter until a 1-out single by Josh Naylor, making a double by Naylor into the gap in right center in the bottom of the 7th inning. Not too many no-hitters in baseball. The stretch and the 3-2. Swing and a miss by Refsnyder for strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. We go to the top half of the 9th inning. Our Mechanics Bank score. It's the Red Sox 5 and the Mariners nothing. Our Mechanics Bank score, it's the Red Sox 5 and the Mariners nothing as we go to the top half of the ninth inning. Luis Castillo, second starter in the piggyback situation this evening. Opening game of the series with the Red Sox. We'll take a look at William Contreras. Here's the pitch, swinging a foul back, and the count is 0-1. Luis had a quick top of the eighth inning, 1-2-3, but the Red Sox poured 4 runs across on 5 hits in the top of the seventh. Luis came on in the sixth inning right behind Bryce Miller. Miller went 5 innings, gave up 1 run, 3 hits, no walks, and he struck out 7. The windup and the 0-1 pitch. High for ball 1, 1 ball and 1 strike. So the Mariners will have 1 more try when we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, Josh Naylor, and then hopefully a bunch more. The windup and the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good fastball at 96, and the count is 1-2 on Contreras. Brian Wu had a great start yesterday. Mariners shutting out the Orioles 3-0, but a great story prior to the ball game. He was wearing a very special pair of spikes that were decorated by a couple of kids battling cancer. Swinging a pop-up into shallow right field, coming in. Canzone, Dom is there, and he makes the catch, and there's 1 away. He met at Seattle Children's Hospital a couple of young kids, and they decorated his spikes. Chanel Malone is 11, Cooper Anderson 12 years of age. Their families were here at the ballpark, and they designed 3 pairs of spikes for Brian, which he wore one of them in yesterday's game. Here's the pitch on the way, a strike, and the count is 0-1 on Jarren Duran. And he had some amazing comments after the game. He sent the cleats to the hospital so the kids can decorate his shoes. Here's the pitch on the way. It's a strike on Duran, and the count is now 0-2. And Brian was quoted after the game, even after an outing like today or any good outing, you think it's going to give you this feeling of fulfillment or like purpose. Next pitch is outside for ball 1, 1 ball and 2 strikes. But he goes on to say, but I don't think I've ever felt more fulfilled as a baseball player than I did after that meeting yesterday with these kids. Here's the windup and the 1-2 pitch, swinging a pop-up out of play on the third base side, and the count is still 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Brian, really a special guy, having a chance to meet these kids and help them through a difficult time in their treatment, battling cancer, and what he really did with these 2 kids and for these 2 kids was really amazing. He had a chance to see him before the game. He showed him the spikes. We mentioned he wore 1 set of them. Here's the next offer on the way, and a swing and a miss by Duran for strike 3. Another strikeout for Luis's 4th. And now the Red Sox have 2 outs here in the top half of the ninth inning. But it was Charlotte Malone, 11-year-olds, Charlotte, and Cooper Anderson, who was 12. So we wish them a very, very speedy recovery. And a special thanks to Brian Wu, what he did for those kids and what they did for him. Here's the pitch on the way, a strike on Caleb Durbin, and the count is 0-1. Incredible and wonderful to see players giving back to the community, reaching out to helping out the kids. Here's the pitch on the way, a strike on Durbin, and the count is 0-2. That's exactly what Brian Wu did for Charlotte and for Cooper. Outfield straight away, Luis ready. Now the windup and the 0-2 on the way, swinging a fly ball, gap right center field. On the run is Julio, and this one is going to be on the track and bounces up against the fence. Durbin in at second, standing up with a double. Julio gets a throw in. It's cut off by Young. So Caleb Durbin having quite a night, 3 for 4 with a home run, a single, and now a double for the Red Sox. 1 on and 2 outs. Red Sox lead already 5-0. Tommy Kahnle is now warming up in the Boston bullpen. Here's Marcelo Meyer. Meyer drove in 2 runs in that 4-run top half of the 7th inning. He's 1 for 3. Wasn't going to be in the starting lineup. Here's the pitch on the way, and a swing and a miss 0-1 until they took Isaiah Kiner-Falefa out of the starting lineup right before the game, and Meyer got the start. Boston 29-43 for the year, 15 and a half games back in the American League East. Here's the pitch on the way, a strike, and the count is now 0-2 on Meyer. Some good news today, though. Team USA won their match with Australia 2-0 earlier today. The game began at 12 noon. Here's the pitch on the way, and it's low and inside for ball one. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Seattle was really showing off today.
No doubt about it.
Perfect day. Crowd was amazing. We walked around. Mary and I walked around while the game was going on. Pioneer Square. Just people everywhere. It was so fun.
Big celebration. Swinging a drive into the gap in left center field. Connor Joe on the run. Reaches up, and it's over his head. Bounces on the track and off the wall. Durbin rounding third will score. In at second goes Meyer with another RBI hit. This one is an RBI double, and the Red Sox now lead it 6-0. Connor Joe going back. That ball had some extra giddy up to it over the head of Joe. So back-to-back doubles by Durbin and Meyer. And it's now 6-0 Red Sox. 2 outs, and the batter is Carlos Narvaez, who had a sacrifice fly in that 4-run 7th inning. A stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Boston tonight, 6 runs on 10 base hits, no errors. Mariners, no runs, 1 hit, 1 error. Narvaez, besides a sacrifice fly, is fanned twice. Meyer lead at second. The stretch and the 0-1 pitch is up and in for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Narvaez struggling last 7 games, hitting just .130. No home runs, no RBIs until the RBI in the 7th, his first one in 8 games. The pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball, and the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. What was your favorite part about your walk area around downtown Seattle today with all the festivities going on?
Just hearing all the roars from the crowd across the street, giant crowd in the stadium, every place you could imagine people spilling out of.
I bet. Swinging a foul back by Narvaez, and the count is still the ball and 2 strikes.
Every restaurant, bar, anywhere that had a TV, every place was jammed.
All the restaurants and bars cashing in, man, with the World Cup here.
Everywhere. People just want to be a part of it.
Yeah. Just be out there, get the flavor of the World Cup.
Yeah.
Mariners baseball here at night. Fireworks after the game. Here's the pitch, and it's up and away. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Setup across the street was phenomenal. Big TVs, everyone outside in the sunshine. There are, of course, people in Victory Hall as well watching the game, just enjoying it with other fans.
What a weekend here in Seattle. Here's the pitch, swung on, drive into center field. Julio going back. He's there and makes the catch in front of the warning track, and that will retire the side as the Red Sox add 1 more. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. After 8.5, our Mechanics Bank score. It's now the Red Sox 6 and the Mariners nothing.
During the offseason of 1888 to 1889, Spalding took a group of big leaguers on the first worldwide barnstorming tour.
This is Spalding.
Yes,
you look at the Spalding, you're like, wait a second. Now this is the backstory. Okay, this is great.
Stops included New Zealand, Italy, France, and even Egypt, where they played in front of the pyramids. Spalding's contributions to baseball history don't end there.
Do you know the story of Doubleday and the invention of baseball?
Please
tell us.
Enlighten us.
When a 71-year-old Cooperstown native came forward, baseball officially had a birthplace in Cooperstown.
If I'm in the presence of this baseball, does it give you powers to become a better baseball player?
I've been here 5 years and playing baseball through all of it. I don't think I've gotten better.
And whether it's the World Series or the wonders of the ancient world, there's no debating that baseball connects us all.
Go to baseballhall.org to plan your visit to the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown, New York, and catch every episode of Hall of Fame Connections on MLB.tv.
Fly ball in foul territory. Mike Felder was there, but could not hold on to the ball. Like he had it.
There's the ball there, and then that ball comes out of somebody's glove in the stands.
See, he thought the ball at his feet
Was the ball in play?
Was the ball in play? He did, and he slapped his own glove thinking he had missed the catch when in essence he had it.
That is weird. That is a very weird play, and I don't ever want to see it again.
Competition. Get tickets at mariners.com.
Well, here we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. It's the Red Sox 6 and the Mariners nothing. The Mariners with only one hit through the first 8 innings of this game. Veteran right-hander Tommy Kahnle will take over in relief. Start of this game, starter Ranger Suarez, who went 6 2/3 innings, gave up 1 hit, no runs. He walked 3, struck out 5. The first hit of the game came with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. So Cal Raleigh will lead things off here in the bottom of the ninth. Just a matter of time before Cal hits that first home run since coming off the injured list. Kahnle, the stretch and the pitch, low and outside. You're going to see a lot of changeups from Kahnle. Changeup after changeup after changeup. He's been in 5 games, has a 1.5 ERA. He's worked just 6 innings. Kahnle from the set, and the right-hander's 1-0 pitch on the way to Cal. Strike on the inside corner. Another changeup.
So Castillo pitched the top of this inning. Kahnle in here. The last time they pitched in the same inning was Game 5 against the Tigers last year. Kahnle pitched the 15th for the Tigers. Castillo pitched the 15th for the Mariners.
How about that? Here's the pitch on the way. That worked out well for the Mariners.
Yes, it did.
Inside on Calvin, ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Jorge Polanco with the walk-off. Base hit to win it. Send the Mariners to the American League Championship Series. The 2-1 pitch to Cal. Swinging a ground ball, bounced foul up the first base line. And the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mariners baseball brought to you by Miller Lite. Great moments start with a light. When it's game time, it's Miller time. It was Miller time tonight. When Bryce Miller started the ball game, he pitched very well. He went 5 innings, gave up 1 run, 3 hits, no walks, struck out 7. Pitch to Cal, swing and a bounce foul out by the Mariners' first base dugout again. And the count is still even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's all Kahnle throws is that changeup, one right after another. Julio on deck. Bottom of the ninth. Packed house, 45,700 plus. Here's the stretch. And again, the 2-2 on the way to Cal, and it's in the dirt. Ball 3. Full count. Tomorrow night, game 2 of the 3-game series with the Red Sox. Emerson Hancock will get the start against Connolly early. Hancock 5-3. Early is 5-5 on the year. Then Sunday afternoon, game time 1:10. The stretch and the 3-2 pitch, swinging a foul back right off the top of the netting behind home plate, and it's still 3-2. Cal with a long at bat against Kahnle.
Rick, looking at the Chevy Equinox scoreboard, it's gotten a little closer in Sacramento. It's 11-9. Angels with the lead over the A's. They're going to the 9th.
Well, the Angels coming back, or excuse me, the A's coming back. The stretch and the 3-2. It is down low for ball 4. A long at bat and a beauty right there. Cal Raleigh walks for the 3rd time in this game. Well, there's one base runner. Here's Julio Rodriguez. Mariners lead a lot more, down by 6.
They've hit 8 home runs in the game. I'm guessing maybe feels like the wind may be blowing out.
My guess is you're right. Here's Julio. Pitch on the way, and it's outside for ball 1. Yeah, 11-9 Angels after 8 innings. The look in by Kahnle. And the right-hander's pitch on the way to Julio. Swinging a high fly ball deep to center field. Rafaela going back to the 1-inch track to the wall. Leaps up. Goodbye baseball. Into the pen, Julio Rodriguez. is with a 2-run home run, bringing the crowd to life here at T-Mobile Park. The Mariners finally get on the board. It's now the Red Sox 6, the Mariners 2. Julio's 14th home run of the season, and he has fired up the crowd, and there goes some fireworks. 6-2 ball game. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Mariners make it mighty interesting right now. Cal Raleigh scores out in front of Julio, and here is Josh Naylor. 6-2 Red Sox. The stretch and the pitch to Josh. Swing and a miss, and he wanted to go Yahtzee as well. Naylor with a double back in the 7th inning. That was the first hit of the game for the Mariners off starter Ranger Suarez. And Rafaela gave it a heck of a try. He was climbing that wall in left center field, reaching way over the fence into the pen. Here's the pitch of the way, and it's up high for ball one. 1 ball and 1 strike. But he couldn't bring it back, and there's number 14 for Julio Rodriguez. He had 32 home runs last year. The look in by Canely. And the right-hander's 1-1 pitch, swinging a one-hopper right back to the mound, taken by Canely. Long underhand flip to the first baseman Contreras, and there is out number 1. Remember, the Red Sox still have the veteran left-hander Aroldis Chapman, and now we see Chapman beginning to warm up for the Red Sox. That'll bring up Dom Canzone. So now the left-handed bats in this lineup. Just a chance to take a look at some right-handed pitching out of the Red Sox pen. Canzone 0 for 3 on the night, but he's been red hot. Here's the pitch to him. Over for a strike. How about that? A fastball from Canely at 94 miles an hour. Julio Rodriguez putting the Mariners on the board with a 2-run home run here in the bottom of the 9th inning. 1 out, nobody on. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a fly ball down the left field line, slicing on the run. Duran running out of room, and this one is out of play. And the count is 0-2 on Canzone. Right now, the Mariners just need some base runners, walks, a base hit, and there. They need to load up the bases to get that tying run up the home plate. Canzone ready, so is Canely. The stretch, and the veteran right-hander's 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, and a changeup for strike 3. And now the Mariners are down to their final out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. 2 down after the 2-run home run by Julio. And here is Cole Young. Cole trying to keep the Mariners' hopes alive with a base hit right here. He drew a walk his last time up in the 7th inning. Mariners will take that. Off the line at third base is Durbin near the cut of the grass. Here's the pitch to Cole, the strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Cole, a great learning experience last season. We got a challenge right here from Cole. It was called a strike. Was it? Yeah, it was a strike. So the Mariners lose that challenge, and the count is 0-1 on Cole. Barely got to the outside corner at the knees. Canely looks in, has a sign from Narvaez, and the pitch on the way to Young. Swing and a ground ball foul on the first base side. And it's now 0-2 on Cole. Opening game of the 3-game series with the Red Sox. Mariners coming off a series win over the Baltimore Orioles. The stretch and the 0-2 pitch on the way to Young. Swinging a pop-up right side of the infield. That's going to do it. Coming in, the first baseman Contreras is there. He makes the catch, and the ball game is over. The Boston Red Sox take the opening game of the 3-game series. The final score of 6-2. The Mariners had a little bit of luck.